Hello, I am Samuel Giarelli, and today I'll be talking about the impacts of the coronavirus in the economy. Everybody is already aware that since coronavirus started spreading around the world, it triggered many restrictions. So we have a very negative reaction on the economy because countries have to close their borders. Many flights were and are being canceled every day. Many businesses are closed. Restaurants, hotels, schools, universities are closed. All of the sports events were canceled. Other entertainment events such as concerts and festivals were also canceled, and all the consumers have to be at their homes in quarantine. So this had a big effect in the economy. So, and since President Trump declared a national emergency, millions of Americans lost their jobs. And this is very bad because, as you can see here, an average of 53% of US households don't have emergency savings. And this is bad, and GDP will probably drop. According to Goldman Sachs, which is an American multinational investment bank and financial services company, they're estimating that the US GDP will drop about 24% from the second to the third quarter of this year of 2020. And if it happens, it would be a record of since the GDP started being recorded in 1947. However, they are also predicting a fast recovery with growing the GDP growing back to 12% in the end of the third quarter of this year and 10% in the last quarter of the year. Also, with the coronavirus, the stock market also had a big reaction, a drastic reaction. Just to make a comparison here with the S&P 500 index, the S&P 500 index, it's a it's an index that measures the stock performance of the 500 large companies of the USA. So it's basically an average of the big companies of the USA. Um, Not just of the USA, also the companies that are in the stock market of the USA. So as you can see here, in the financial crisis of 2007 to 2009, the market dropped 57% from October of 2007 to March of 2009. And now in 2020 with the pandemic, the stocks market dropped 30% between February 19 and March 23. The good news is that we are already having a recovery here, but still not a big deal. Also, the stock market dropped because the companies stopped paying their dividends, so the shareholders didn't like this, so many of the shareholders just sold their shares. And I think this is a big opportunity to investors for sure because as the stocks are very low now, shareholders can buy the stocks with a very low price and they will like this so much. And also a good strategy is to trust the insiders. The insiders are the CEOs and the executives of the companies. So if they are buying shares of the company, it means that something good can happen. Maybe they have a strategy that will make the company grow in the next months or years. And if the insiders are selling the stocks, it's a bad news. Maybe something bad will happen. Maybe the company will go bankrupt or something like this. Also, there will be a slow recovery for some companies and a fast recovery for another companies. For example, of companies that will take a while to recover, who is Carnival and Delta Airlines. Carnival is the cruise company, and Delta Airlines and maybe all the other airlines, because all of these companies they have a huge fixed expenses. So and we don't know when people will go back to travel in cruise, and we don't know when people will be back to travel on airplanes, and we will not have all these restrictions again. So as you can see, Carnival dropped 74% of their stocks in the last 3 months, and Delta dropped 60% of their stocks in the last 3 months. However, I truly believe that this is a very good opportunity. As I said, their stocks are very low. I own some shares of Carnival, and I truly believe that this is a very good opportunity to buy, even that there will be a slow recovery. Then we have there will be a fast recovery for some companies as PayPal and Amazon. As you can see, they already recover. PayPal recover their stocks. Amazon is just rocking, and they're plus 31% from the last 3 months, and that's really impressive. However, I think that Amazon will have a drop on their stocks whenever people go back to shop outside of their homes, because as everybody is in quarantine, people are just shopping inside their homes. So that's why Amazon is just rocking. And it's fun that Amazon, they don't pay their dividends, but which company would be willing to pay their dividends whenever they are just going 30% on the pandemic recession? And then there's the problems in the economies with people overreaction. I mean overreaction by people just going crazy and buying water, toilet paper, soap, and other products, just stocking up these products. This is very unnecessary, and this is also very bad for the economy because, for an example, the company P&G, Procter and Gamble, they produce toilet paper and they make their production of toilet paper based in the numbers of last year. So now they have a high demand in this last month because everybody's going crazy buying toilet paper. Don't know why. And so they are just having to produce more toilet paper. But however, in the next months, the demand will be low because people will not buy toilet paper as they are buying now because people will just are just not using that much of toilet paper. So in the next weeks, people will not next weeks or months, people will not buy as much as toilet paper they are buying now, and they will be bad because they will have a low production and then they will have a low cash flow. And after coronavirus comes down, a low cash flow will be very bad because money will have to be going around to improve the economy. So the solution is just to make people aware to do not overreaction stock these products because this is very very unnecessary. So some strategies to preserve the economy during the recession is that some CEOs are cutting their payments. For example, Ed Bastian, the CEO of Delta Airlines, cut his payment 100%. Alaska Air CEO Brad Student, Allegiant Air CEO Maurice Gallagher, and President John Redmond Kirby, they are waiving the base salaries at least until June of 2020. Other big companies are cutting the payments, part of the employees' payments. For example, Tesla. Tesla employs almost 50,000 people, and they are cutting 30% of the payments of the employees. Another good strategy from the government is the stimulus payment, so people will have money to buy the daily products and move the economy. So whoever makes up to $75,000 will be able to receive $1,200 in a check plus $500 per eligible child. And whoever makes between $75,000 and $99,000 will receive less than $1,200, but will still receive some stimulus payment, and will receive $500 per eligible child. And whoever makes more than $99,000 will not receive, but maybe will be eligible to receive the $500 per child. And some strategies to improve the economy after the recession is that, like, basically for sure the economy will automatically recover after the recession. People go out to buy. But good strategies is re-engineer. Re-engineer is a term in management. So it is basically a set of actions to rethink and redesign a business's process to a significant improvement to productivity, efficiency, and quality. So basically the companies will have to reevaluate the market and the needs of the consumers. This process is most used for small and medium businesses. So it's a good strategy for the small business and medium business, since 99% of the businesses in America are small. And so let's see, maybe for sure, actually, whenever consumers go out to buy and move money, the economy will just grow back again. And maybe if the economy is still slow, even after the market is open and everybody can go out and buy, maybe the government can think and give more stimulus check for people, so people can still move more money and growing the economy again. So, but as Americans are very good spending money, I don't think that will be a problem. So that's it. This is my works cited, and thank you very much for attention.